Good morning, world. Or I should say good noon. It's coming to 12 and 30 minutes. You woke up, Ivan? Yeah, I just woke up. Off today, but I work tomorrow, guys. I work at Denny's tomorrow. I get this phone to stay put. No. I'll just charge it after my video. I haven't checked coming yet. Well, it's only 11:30. Usually the mail guy comes in around 12-ish, around there. But I don't think the check is coming in today, man. But I found work to do in the house, but my stepmother's coming home at 5. So I'm cleaning the walls for like, I don't know, $15. I can get a pack of smokes for myself right now. What are you eating? I'm eating toast with margarine. Oh. Yeah. I'll be working on the eating today. Yes, I will. After I make this video, no, after I upload this video and I watch it, I'll work on their unique. Write 2 pages again. I'll type it. But I'm not going to show you where I wrote down today. I'm not supposed to start from you. What one do you think is better? Zance is better. But their unique is almost as good, though. It's going to be a masterpiece, too. Cross my fingers, right? you think Zane's will be a masterpiece movie? Yeah, we're looking at the best movie should ever made, man. Yeah. You're looking at the best movie should ever made. Yeah. I haven't finished or need. Yeah, I might write. I might finish the book, but Zanus is my top priority. Zanus is like my bread and butter, right? Zanus is my real baby because it's a fantasy epic. Adventure. Whereas Very Unique is more of a niche, smaller romance story, but yeah. I don't know, you lying when you said the whole book is when you say the whole book is entertaining. No, guys, I like you guys. Whole book is entertainment. You're just hooked to the page. It's a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. There are a lot of weaker scenes than better ones, but even the weaker scenes are still entertaining enough to keep you hooked. That's my point, right? As I showed you guys, right? So I showed you quite a few weaker scenes, and they're still entertaining enough to keep you turning the page and keep you hooked. Obviously, you guys from Sarah. Uh, yeah, man, your book is sick. I know. This is a masterpiece, and they're unique. Crossing my fingers. Hopefully, it's a masterpiece too. But even if it is a masterpiece, they're unique. Will not be Zanus. Zanus is the better story. It's epic fantasy, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do after this video? I'll watch a show with you guys. I have like 2 smokes left. I have my 2 smokes, and I'll work on my book and I'll tap it out. Yeah. I found a way to make money for myself today. If the check doesn't come in today, I have to wait till 5, and at 5, my stepmother comes home and I'll be washing the walls. I can clean the walls for like $15. I can get myself stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Your book is sick, I know. It's a sick book, man. John Megan's like, your book is sick, man. I know John, your book is sick. I'm sad. It's a sick book. And then, some Sarah. Get my coffee soon. Yo, I've been right, man. All us aspiring authors were trying, man. Yeah, guys, fantasy's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Writing fantasy is very difficult. You have to create a fictional world. You have to create characters in your fictional world. You have to make those characters believable. You have to make your world believable. Fantasy's tough to write. See, Ivan, you copied Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, they also have the North and the South. No, I didn't. When I Girls Dance, I knew nothing about Game of Thrones. I knew about the show, but I wasn't really familiar with George R. R. Martin in the books back then. I didn't even know the Game of Thrones was based off books until later on. I knew it was based off the books, obviously. When I wrote Xanax, I knew about the Game of Thrones show, but I didn't even know it was based off of George R. R. Martin's book. I knew nothing about the world, nothing. Obviously. Yes, my story, you do have North and South, it's a different world than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, you do have the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, but it's like the seven kingdoms. Whereas my book, you have the North and the South, and like the North is holy, the South is cursed. It's a different world, obviously. The demon wolves live in the South, yeah. That's. And you have the Northerns and the Southerns. Yeah. The correct term is Northerners and Southerners, I know, but Northerners and Southerners sounds better. It's more slang, so they're called Northerners and Southerners. I'm going to tell the proofreader, do not change. I'm going to write on a note, do not change the term Northern to Northerner, and do not change the term Southern to Southerner. Don't change that, Sarah. I'm going to tell the proofreader that when I edit my book. Write a note disclaimer. I'm going to write a note disclaimer. I'm going to tell her that, obviously. Tell him or her. Most likely a she, right? A lot of editors are women, obviously, right? But and men too, but Sarah. You think your check will come in today, Ivan? Something tells me it won't come in. I don't think it will. Maybe tomorrow it comes in. Because they're still on strike, Canaples, but there's some people who are still working, but there's not as much people, so chances are it's not coming in today. The check. I get my money at the evening today. I'll be cleaning the walls for like, I don't know, $15, $20. I can get myself stuff in the evening at night, right? Yeah. Yeah. I farted. That's gross. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm going to get my coffee. Back in a sec. Don't hang him, son. Alrighty, guys. Went upstairs to get my coffee. You don't do longer reels anymore. Yeah, I'm tired, man. I don't feel like talking for like an hour and 40 minutes. Sometimes I might talk for maybe an hour and 40 minutes, but 50-minute reels, an hour reels is good enough for it. I don't get paid for this, guys. There you go. That's why when I'm king, I'm not gonna let you do that. No way. You want to see me, you not have to pay to see me. That's how it works, right? You think I'm gonna let you make sabotage reels for you and not get paid for it, roll and have you act like I watch myself, maybe you watch yourselves. And after what you did to me, I'm gonna have you do it. No way. When I'm king, I'm piecing the fuck out. You're not safe. I'm not gonna make any rules when I'm king, guys. I'm being serious when I say that. Yeah. Yeah, but Ivan, you ended your miscellaneous series and you came back on your channel. Yes, there's context. The only reason why I came back because I thought I'd be paying the fee that year. I thought when I let my stepfamily know I'll be paying the fee. They told me no, Ivan, you have to end everything. Okay, so if I'm not paying the fee in maybe 7 years, I might as well just make more videos. Yeah, that's why. There you go. What if I forget about this channel I'm king, guys? You know it. Yeah, we're gonna forget about this channel I'm king. Yes, I'm now trending every day with VJ, man. Videos and pictures of me trending. The videos and pictures on X and Instagram and Facebook and everything is much cooler than my Sabos channel. But if I forget about this channel, yeah, VJ will tell me, Ivan, don't make any videos for the world. They get what they deserve, man. Like, why the fuck did you make videos for the world? We don't get paid for this. And it's a sabotage channel. The world acts like we watch ourselves, Ivan. Yeah, I know. Don't let the world do us that, Ivan. I know, VJ. Zero, we're not making any videos for the world. They get what they deserve, man. They go. And Victoria Justice already washed her hands on you guys, man. Victoria Justice doesn't make any videos for you guys. The only thing you get of her is her YouTube interviews with all these famous people. And she'll post like small clips on like her Instagram and that kind of stuff that you guys see. But Victoria Justice doesn't pump out a bunch of videos like me. She'll do maybe one Instagram live video every 1-2 years and that's it. She knows you guys are wicked people. That's why she doesn't make videos for Ivan. She doesn't make videos for us. Yeah, but she doesn't make shit for you guys. Come on. I'm a bit nicer than VJ. I'm actually pumping out videos on my Sabos channel. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry? Yeah. Hope you guys are impressed why I showed you for their unique and Zanus. Yeah, we're impressed, yeah. Zanus is better, Ivan. Yeah, I know. Zanus is a better read, but I hope you enjoy what I showed you for their unique too. Yeah, Ivan, their unique is good too. Yeah, it's good, obviously. Yeah, you get a little bit of history about Don and Megan's exes and the guys they fling with. Yeah, she talked about Lewis, how Lewis is hot. Cody is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don's like, yeah, he's not really my type. You know, so did you love him? No, and no, just a decent crush. He was never really my type. Yeah, She's like, I would trade Cody for Lewis any day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear him get sick. I know. My earnings will be sick too, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I love your earnings story. No, it's amazing, obviously. The Zanis is a bit better, though. Zanis is a better read. Very unique, obviously, right? All right, you think there's some fans who might not get very unique better than Zanis? I highly doubt it, but the only people who I can see liking it better are the women or the book, the romance book nerds. They might like their unique better because their favorite genre is romance. But I highly doubt it, man. I think even the woman will say, yeah, even though I love their unique, Zanus is a better read because I love the whole thing with it. Zanus, I get more of that magical feeling because I'm in a fantasy world. All these amazing characters in the fantasy world, obviously. It's more interesting, obviously, right? You guys can say, I was just saying, yeah. Sarah? Yeah. Why do you think there could be a long book? Maybe a 280, 300, 270 page book around there. Maybe it could be probably 300 pages around. It just depends. I'll know. Once I finish the manuscript might be maybe 100, maybe 40 pages, 50 pages. Then once you edit it, it's like a 300 page book, obviously. Where Zayas will be like an 800 page book. Because I went online, I said, how long is a 200,000 word novel? It said it's approximately 800 pages. So Zayas will be approximately 800, 700, maybe 75, 80 pages. Once it's all edited, it's like a 700 plus, 800 page book. Their unique might be 300, maybe 350 pages. It's not as long as Zane's because romance novels are not not as long as fantasy. Epic fantasy novels are usually very long. Romance novels are usually not that long, honestly. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my point, right? Yeah. Well, I haven't show us what you'll have underneath today. No, guys, I'm not showing you today. I won't spoil the story for you, so I'm sorry. When I finish chapter one, I'll show you maybe two more snippets of my chapter, and that's it. So I don't want to spoil the story for you. I don't want to spoil the story for you, so I'm saying, guys. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the story for you. Oh, you really believe George R. R. Martin has a writer's block? Yeah, he does. I believe George R. R. Martin has a writer's block, obviously. Either has writer's block or he's just lazy. He doesn't want to write his book anymore. He just wants to enjoy the fruits of his labor. You know what I'm saying? He made his millions, his tens of millions off his IP. I'm getting old. I just want to enjoy my life with the millions I made off my IP and just enjoy my life. Yeah. And the third reason, he's too busy to work on it. He's preoccupied doing other side projects. He doesn't really have the time to work on Way of Kings. But I think the most plausible answer is the first answer. He has writer's block. I don't believe it's him being lazy or being preoccupied because while he was doing these side projects, he wrote 2 books in the past 13 years. So obviously, if he wrote 2 books in the past 13 years, he's obviously not lazy, and he obviously has enough time to work on Winds of Winter. I believe he's stuck. He has writer's block. He can't figure out a good ending for his story. That's what I believe is going on with George R. R. Martin. Is that a good answer? All you Game of fans, yeah, I'm here, James. I know, yeah, that's my answer. I think George R. R. Martin is stuck. He has writer's block. He can't think of a good ending for his series. Why do you think he's stuck? Because two reasons. He wrote too many books. He wrote more than 3 books, and his books are very long. Like Game of Thrones on average are like almost about 1,000 pages plus long books, man. They're long books. So if you write 5 books that are 1,000 plus pages on average, you're exhausting a lot of your creativity into those into your story and your characters. And if you want to write two more books, it's now tougher to end your story because you have something called creative burnout. You exhausted all your creativity into your characters through your 5 books that are like 1,000 plus pages. If your books are really long like that, and you write more than 3 books, you write 5 books, the quality of your series can obviously go down if you want to do a 7 book series because you exhausted too much of your creativity into your characters and your story for the past 5 books, and your books are just way too long. George R. Martin wrote books that are just way too long. He should have stuck to that like 700, 800 page max range, not write like 12, 1,300 page books, man. Otherwise, I can understand why he has a tough time finishing his novel, George R. Martin, because his books are just too long. I believe he has something called creative burnout. He's stuck. He can't figure out a good ending for his story. That's why he's been taking so long. All Game of no fans for him to finish his series. Obviously, he's Winds of Winter and Dream of Springs. Guys, it's I was just saying, yeah. That's why stick to the 3 book rule, guys. Don't write any more than 3 books. That's my advice to you guys. Obviously, stick to the 3 book rule. Don't write any more than 3 books. That's my answer. Zara? What was that, guys? Stick to the 3 book rule. Yeah, and don't write a 1,000 page book. All you aspiring authors, fantasy authors, don't write 1,000 page books. No, don't do that. Peak at that. I think you should be peaking at what? For a series, for a fantasy series, don't write any more than maybe 250,000 words. No, 250,000 words for your series. If you're doing a 1-3 book series, same story but you split it, or if you want to do a series, don't go any higher than maybe 200. Don't go any higher than maybe 100. Like I don't know, 50,000 words for your novel. That's good enough. You don't want to write too long of a novel. Otherwise, you can have something called creative burnout. You can exhaust all your creativity into your story and your characters, and you can be in a mass situation like George R. Martin is right now. Because I believe George R. Martin has writer's block. He just can't come up with a good ending for his story. That's why I recommend George R. Martin. He either gets someone to help him, maybe Brandon Sanderson to help him out. That's my advice. Or he has to let go of his ego and just do the best he can and finish his series. Even if the quality dipped a little bit, it's not as good as the other 5 books. At least you finish your series, and a lot of your fans will still love your book. But some fans will not like it. But at least he finished it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, with Ivan, man, like, I know, I get what you're saying. I have that dilemma. Yeah, either you got someone to help you, or you gotta let go of your ego and just know that what, just know that what you have creative burnout and you have creative exhaustion. Do your very best to come up with an entertaining enough of a novel, even if it's not as good as your previous 5. At least you finished it, George. Sarah. That's my answer. Because George is not getting any younger, man. You see his interviews now, and you compare it to like I don't know 8 years ago, you can tell he's getting older, George. Like I see him now, yeah, you can tell he's getting up there in age. He looks older, and once he hits 80, it'll be tough for him to write like a 1,500 page manuscript. That's tough for an 80-year-old person, obviously. That's why I don't believe George will finish his series. I think Winds of Winter he might, but I don't think he's going to finish Dream of Springs. I think Dream of Springs he might hand it off to someone else to finish it. Obviously, because if he's been having writer's block for 13 years, I just don't see him finishing Dream of Springs, man. But Winds of Winter he might finish, but Dream of Springs, I highly doubt it, man. We'll see what happens. Maybe he will, but I mean, hopefully he does. I don't know. We'll see what happens, obviously. I would never keep the fans waiting 13 years for a book, man. I'd get that thing done. I'd be releasing books every like at least 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, right? Every 3 years if I was if I was a full time author. Uh, Sarah. Uh, Stop playing with my hair. It's not good. Yeah. What was that? I talked for 50 minutes. That's good enough, guys. I'll enjoy the show with you guys. After that, I'm going to work on my book, Very Unique. I work tomorrow at Dinty's. Obviously. From 8 to 3, right? Yeah. Oh, you think you're going to get a check? I don't think so. No. Because the Canada Post is on strike. People are working now. The post office some people are delivering mail, but they're still on strike, so it might be limited. So I don't think I'm gonna get the check today, obviously. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I get it. Tomorrow I get the check when I work at Tinty's, right? Yeah. I mean, what book do you think would be better? Zane's Very Unique. Zane's would be better, man. Zane's is fantasy. Very Unique is epic romance. Come on, man. Zane's is a better read than Lord of the Ring than Very Unique. I did read a little bit of Game of Thrones, the prologue, chapter previews on. You can find chapter previews on online of Game of Thrones, and I read it. I'm like, holy shit, it's good shit, man. Game of Thrones is entertaining shit. The characters do jump on the page a little bit in Game of Thrones. Not like my book. My book, they come alive more on the page, but the characters are pretty well written in Game of Thrones. I read a bit of the prologue yesterday of Game of Thrones. It looks very interesting, obviously, when I read it. That's why I told you there might be some fans who do like Game of Thrones better than my series. Because the warbling and the dialogue is more richer than my book, obviously. And my book is just more entertaining and the story is better, but some fans might like Game of Thrones better than my book. I keep saying that, right? Art hits everyone different ways. Don't hate him, saying art hits everyone different ways. That's my answer, obviously. Art hits everyone in different ways. So, Sarah. Anna. Yeah. I do really think there'll be fans there who like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings better than your book. Yes, they will. Ivan's book's a bit raw. I like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings better. Yeah, if you like those books better, I understand. I'm not going to judge you for it. Art in several different ways. Sarah. Yeah. I'm being serious when I say that. If you guys, some of you guys like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones better and Way of Kings, I understand. Art hits everyone in different ways. I read a bit of the prologue of Game of Thrones. Yeah, it looks very interesting when I read it. It looks like an amazing story. Yeah, obviously. So, Sarah. Alright, guys, I think that's it for this video. I ended here. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Obviously, I'm going to watch a show with you guys, and then I'm going to work on my 30 book. But I'm not going to show you the snippets of what I wrote down today because I won't spoil you guys. So, anyways, guys, this is how you guys enjoyed this show. So, I'm signing out. Peace. Don't hate me. Peace out.